everyone, this is PKO Entertainment and we're back again, and here now we have another video for you. And unfortunately we have to talk about EZRA Miller again, who was arrested again in Hawaii for the second time following the first incident 3 weeks ago, where he was arrested and charged with disorderly and harassment conduct after physically threatening customers at a karaoke bar. Now, the second incident here involved the Flash actor being arrested for second-degree assault. He was arrested early Tuesday morning on the 19th of April 2022 after an incident in a private residence in Pahoa. Patrol officers responded to a report of an assault that occurred at a get-together. According to the Hawaii Police Department, Miller allegedly became irate after being asked to leave and threw a chair, striking a 26-year-old woman on the forehead, which resulted in an approximate half-inch cut. The woman has refused treatment for the injury. Now, the police arrested Miller at 1:30 a.m. after the actor was located on the roadway during a traffic stop at the intersection of the highway. The actor was later released at 4:05 a.m. after conferring with the county prosecutor's office pending further investigation. Now, I already reported on the previous incident when EZRA Miller attacked some people at a karaoke bar, and I will leave that link within the description. Now, following the event since then, the witnesses have decided not to press the charges, so we can make of that what you will, whether they were paid off by Warner Brothers. That's speculative at this point. But after all of these incidents here and the previous behaviour of EZRA Miller, at this point you're really at a loss at what to say in terms of the actor's overall behaviour. I have stated in previous coverage that I think overall it would be best for Warner Brothers to cut ties with the actor, get him into some sort of rehab facility and recast the role of the Flash at the end of the movie. We all know how the Flash, in terms of the source material, ties very much into the multiverse and alternate realities and parallel universes, so it would be no stretch at all as to have some sort of end credit stinger or final climatic development at the end of the movie where Flash has to run back in time to try and reverse the dystopian universe, and at the end of the event we see somebody else recast in a role, or you certainly at the very least leave it open-ended that some other iteration can be revealed. We know this from the source material. There have been multiple people who have taken on the role as the Flash, whether it be Barry Allen or Jay Garrick or Wally West, and we've seen multiple versions of that within the CW show as well. So I think overall the public would have no problem if indeed they did adopt that tactic of recasting the role. Now, as we all know, the Flash movie itself was due for release this year, but they pushed it back now, and it won't be due for around 13 to 14 months or so in 2023 around June. And we speculated at the time that this is a good tactic by Warner Brothers because it just gave them time, just collect themselves together and actually try and deal with EZRA and maybe get him the help that he needs prior to the movie's release, because it's going to be an almighty struggle now in terms of the promotion of the movie, because as soon as EZRA Miller attends any kind of press conference or media events, there will surely be some journalists who will raise the questions about his recent behaviour. And as we all know, the studios, they don't really like kind of any toxicity or drama or controversy in the lead up to their films because it can affect any potential box office sales. And we all know how much they want to have this cinematic universe surrounding the DC characters. We all know the history. They've been chasing Marvel for many years now, so they all want to try and make this Flash movie to be as successful as possible, hence why they've included Michael Keaton within the role. But at this stage now, how can they promote this film? Because even though it's over 14 months away, who knows what EZRA Miller will get up to during that time. At this stage, we're still awaiting any further repercussions in terms of prosecution, and we're surely at a point now where there has to be some sort of accountability or maybe short-term prison sentence, if anything just for continued behaviour. And I've talked about this previously within the channel, about Hollywood bad behaviour within celebrities. Why are some treated better than others? We go back, of course, to the recent incident involving Will Smith, another clear-cut case of assault. And I reiterate the point yet again that if this were you or me or any person that we would deem a non-celebrity or a normal civilian, any run of behaviour like this would automatically see a medium to long-term prison sentence. So what does Warner Brothers really do at this stage? As we all know, they really wanted to remain quiet and kind of let this all die down, but you can't control what EZRA will do anymore, so you have to be now seen to be proactive. There was speculation a couple of weeks ago that they were going to hold some sort of emergency meeting. Now, if that wasn't the case before, then it definitely is the case now. And at this stage, I just cannot see how they can continue working with the actor, and I already reached that conclusion with the previous assault event a couple of weeks ago. I also covered the point that reshooting the movie, I don't think is an option. They've already spent close to around 150 million on the project, and it's not really feasible because EZRA is the lead character. If he were a supporting character, then yes, you could certainly work around it, cut out his scenes, do some reshoots with another actor and the overall result could still be the same. But because he's the lead character who's already had an association with previous movies in terms of Batman vs Superman and Justice League as well, it's not feasible to recast the role with another lead actor taking his place. I also can't see Warner Brothers shelving the project or cancelling it completely and just moving it over to HBO Max, because again, the movie has cost too much money. Not only that, but you also kind of need the Flash movie to happen, because as we all know, they are setting themselves within the multiverse, and we've already seen the follow-on effect with the Batgirl movie, which is very much setting in reality post the results of the Flash, when we are dealing with Michael Keaton's Batman interacting with J.K. Simmons, Jim Gordon, and also Leslie Grace's Batgirl. So you kind of need this Flash movie to happen in order to move forward with their set universe. Now, it is possible that they could do a limited cinematic release, put the movie out for 2 to 3 weeks and then migrate it over to HBO Max. Using that method, you can reclaim some sort of money from the theatres and then try to increase some sort of revenue for your subscribers. That way, the movie isn't out for too long and you can limit any controversy surrounding the overall release. That might be overall the best way to go, but at this stage, I just cannot see any further working forward with EZRA. He really needs help at this point. Now, we could argue that the onus is on him to do this, but because Warner Brothers still have this association, I think they really do have to now take some sort of proactive stance on this and try to get EZRA the help that he needs. Let this Flash movie happen, recast at the end of the role, cut all ties with him, and then move on with their superhero universe. I think that's the only tactic now, and that we definitely have to see some sort of accountability and punishment for EZRA in terms of his overall behaviour. Once that punishment is served, then go into some sort of rehab program, get the help that he needs, and then Warner Brothers can cut ties at the end of this Flash movie and then move on. That really is the only logical play I can see at the end of this whole run of events. So here's my overall thoughts and feelings on yet again another arresting incident for EZRA Miller in Hawaii. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think things can be redeemed, and there is a possibility that if Mercer gets the help that he needs and improves on his behaviour within the next 14 months, that possibly we could move forward with further Flash movies involving him within the lead role? Or do you think things are too far gone now and that Warner Brothers do indeed need to cut all ties, recast the role of the Flash, and then move on with the future building of their DC cinematic universe? Let me know what you think in the comments, and also if there are any further updates or events surrounding EZRA Miller or his behaviour, or indeed Warner Brothers deciding what to do in terms of the Flash movie, then I'll also provide coverage on this channel as well. Please also hit and like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, stay safe distances, and I will